Hey everybody, it's Gretchen's Tuesday. We've got some things to talk about. So this week was my turn to pick a topic, and it kind of came from a lot of suggestions I got. It's kind of like an amalgamation, a conglomeration, and some other Asian, and that's regrets. People hate that word, and the first thing they think of is, I don't have any regrets, and I think regrets are a waste of time, and blah, blah, blah. And that's all great, but we all have them. So, bad choices, and what we do to learn from them, to avoid them happening again, to make sure that our lives are different. My regret changed my life. I had a friend, my best friend, probably since we were in the 9th grade we met. But when she was 19, she got pregnant and she had a little boy. I'm already gonna cry. And I was fortunate to be part of his life. I babysat him, I went everywhere they went, I took him places, and he was just like a nephew to me, or my own flesh and blood. And a couple years later, another little one came along, and this time I was actually in the room when she was born, and her name is Megan. And these children were everything to me, and I loved them like they were my own flesh and blood. And I loved my best friend like she was my sister. And I came into a really dark period in my life. I was in an unhealthy, emotionally abusive relationship, and I was sick mentally, physically, and did things that put my life in danger. And at the time when I should have, run to my friends, because they all hated my boyfriend, I ran away from them. And I ran away from my best friend, emotionally. And I made promises to those kids that I didn't keep. And then, I got out of the relationship, and, within months I actually had met my husband and saw an opportunity to make my life better by being with him, by moving away. And she found out that I was leaving, and when I asked if I could see the kids to say goodbye, she wouldn't let me see them because she said I had hurt them too badly. And I did. That was 8 years ago. And I think, what I've learned from that is, of course, not to run away from the people that mean something to me. But there's people in my life who want to be there for me, and people that don't want anything from me but my friendship. Like those kids didn't want anything from me but, to take them to a McDonald's and, I go to the movies with them, or have sleepovers at my house, or, just be with them and have fun, and we always laughed, and that's all they wanted from me. But all I had to do was just keep my promise, and that's what I do now, is keep my promise to the people that I love. And, I still struggle with pushing people away, but I think that the more that I remind myself about what I've lost, the more that I can hold on to what I have. And, a couple years ago, I actually reconnected with my friend, and she and I mended ways and said we're sorry. And I sent messages. I asked her if it was okay, and I sent messages to each of the kids, and they both wrote back, which was amazing. And they forgive me. And Joey's 18 this year, and he's graduating. and I haven't seen him since he was 9. But he found out that I was going to be in the area this summer, and asked if it was okay if they waited for his graduation party so that I could be there. Yeah. I don't know, just reconnecting with them has reminded me that, you know, you can move past things and you can learn from them. But the biggest thing I've had to do is forgive myself for the choices that I made. God, I wish it could have been different, but this is here, this is now. I'm going to see them this summer. I didn't make good choices then, but I can make choices now. And I can not get back what I lost, but I can be what I know I'm capable of now. And that's enough.